When you're thinking about financing a commercial real estate property, one of the most important rules of thumb that you need to keep in mind is that whatever financing strategy you choose, it should match the business strategy for the property. And this is sort of the core tenet that you have to keep in mind. And it's going to help guide you in terms of determining fixed rate versus floating rate. So fixed rate loans tend to be longer duration. They tend to be 10 years, 7 years, sometimes 5 years. And they tend to be associated with properties that are stabilized. So properties that have sort of achieved and are running at their potential, not a lot of upside in value. They're just sort of chugging along. Floating rate loans, on the other hand, tend to be shorter duration. A lot of times they're 3-year terms or 2-year terms. A lot of times they will have a couple of extension options built in. So they could be 2 years term with 3 12-month extension options, or a 3-year term with 2 12-month extension options. And they tend to be associated most often with what we refer to as transitional assets. So assets that are underperforming their full potential for some reason or another. And it could be that they're being repositioned. It could be that there's been a large tenant that's departed and therefore they're underoccupied. So there are a whole host of reasons, but basically the financing is meant to exist during a period of transition while the borrower takes the property from its current value to a higher value by executing a very specific business plan. So that's sort of the rule of thumb when it comes to fixed versus floating.